Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we are going to talk about probably one of our coolest cars we've had in a long time and a true classic to say the least, a 1937 Cord Phaeton convertible. Oh my goodness, an 812 if you will. Absolutely, I'll give you all the details in a moment. Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motorcars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Today we're going to talk about our latest acquisition, and is it a classic? Literally, this is a full-blown classic car, a 1937 Cord Phaeton 812. I'll tell you what, this car is done to the nth degree, and talk about a rarity. I can't even remember seeing one myself. I mean, the production of Cords was under 3,000 for the two main years that they made them in 36 and 37. And how many were convertible Phaetons like this? Not but a handful, and I'll tell you more details about it as well. Now you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish if you have the time. We appreciate that very much, by the way, because we're going to give you a cold start, a walk around. We're going to give you a lot more details of this truly magnificent automobile. And you can also click on the link in the description and it'll take you right to our website and all the information on this car and the pricing and all the other details as well. So if you want to go to our website directly, you can go to www.ellingsonmotorcars.com and it'll take you there, and we have close to 100 classic and collectible vehicles ranging from cars in the 1920s all the way up into the 1970s and beyond. So if you're looking for that collectible vehicle, be it a street rod, be it a true classic such as this Cord or whatever, chances are we probably have it in stock right here on the sales floor. Now let's get into the crux of the matter on this one, because I'll tell you what, this is what they called the Coffin Nose Cord, only made in 36 and 37. It has three features that are absolutely really unbelievable for 1937. It has front wheel drive. I mean, front wheel drive, it was the only car at that time that was made front wheel drive, and you didn't really see that come back in for how many decades later. But it was something that they were trying to do in 1936, and that's what they came out with. And there you go. That's one of its features. I mean, this car is just beautiful in all its appearance, and by having front wheel drive, that gave them the opportunity to make the car much lower in the front, have independent front suspension. It has all kinds of interesting things like that that they were able to do because of having front wheel drive in this particular car. Now there are several other features that make this really intriguing as well. It is, by the way, a Lycoming V8 288 cubic inch, and so it's really got plenty of power for this little car, whatever. Second thing it has a semi-automatic transmission, which is another one of those first things in 1937 that didn't come into real automatics until a number of years later. But it's really an interesting little shifting pattern with you hit the clutch and you put it into gear, it kind of slips into gear for you. It's really very unique. Lastly, as one of the other interesting things, because of wanting the aerodynamics and this really sleek look, it has hideaway headlights, which is another one of the first things, one of the first automobiles that had that feature. And again, this is 1937. Still in the middle of the Depression. Well, that was probably one of the reasons why they were not as successful as they would like to have been, because this car was in the neighborhood of $4,000, give or take. Well, that was an awful lot of money to have a luxurious car. It was considered to be the little Duesenberg of its day. The guy that did Duesenbergs, it was at the Auburn Automobile Company is where the Cord was a division of that. And unfortunately, 1937, for whatever purpose, that was the end of production for the Cord. The last car, by the way, off the assembly line to make things right was indeed a Cord. No, beautiful car all the way around, impeccably restored, beautiful rich maroon paint on it, all the way, which is a correct color. I just love the wide white walls with the full hubcaps or whatever. Just really sets this car off. And actually, someone has upgraded these to be radial tires, which of course is going to make this a much nicer car to drive going down the road. It's going to handle better, feel better. Everything about it is going to be a nice improvement, if you will. The other one of the neat things about this car, it has the split V windshield. Again, it looks low, looks sleek. I mean, this is a convertible. I mean, it does have a convertible top. You can't even see it. That was another one of the neat features that they came up with. All the hinges were hidden. I mean, suicide doors to boot. But yeah, there's a convertible top. You would take the two side pieces off there. That thing opens, convertible top comes up. Beautiful interior in this car, all the way around. Again, matches the entire rest of the car. Black leather, red piping. I just love the instrument panel in these cars with the turned metal, whatever. I mean, it looks like an airplane cockpit, and I'm sure that was part of what they were doing with the aerodynamics, with all the stuff with the fenders. Being it was a low, because we had the front wheel drive, you could eliminate running boards, ease to get in the car as well. This car even has an original radio, which in 1937 would have been a pretty special thing to have, needless to say. Beautiful chrome everywhere. I love the dual mirrors as well. Now, this car has one other feature that I'm not quite certain how many they made, but it sure wasn't too many. It has a bustleback trunk. Our understanding is that is an extremely rare model feature on this car. And what's nice about it, you got a little extra room if you're traveling or going someplace. This car would go down the road with, like I said, radial tires and that V8, plenty of power, semi-automatic. You know, it would be an easy car to go on a cruise. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram as well. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much. And you'll find this car, our current inventory, and as an added bonus, many of the cars that we've sold over the years are also there. So if you like to look at some of the old cars we've sold and you just kind of have the time to peruse the internet, check out those websites. They're kind of fun to do if you got the time to do it. No, this is just one of those cars. I mean, if you really are looking for something that is truly deemed a full classic by the Classic Car Club of America, in every sense of the word, in 1937, this would have been so far advanced compared to the guy driving an old 37 Ford. I mean, you take a look at this thing and go, oh my goodness, what the heck? It's just there wasn't a whole lot of them out there because, unfortunately, it was a little bit in the higher price range at that particular time. Now, if you're like me, this is one car that would be worth coming to Ellingson Motorcars just to look at in person if you're not even looking to buy it. But if you were, we'd love to have you come down to look at it and inspect it in person. We are open Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. If you're like me, boy, I just love to go look at a whole bunch of really, really nice cars. And this one is one of those really, really nice cars. So if you're looking to add to your collection, you want to have your first true classic, you want a convertible, and we've got this one right here on our sales floor. Well, we appreciate you watching our videos today. Hopefully, if you have additional questions, feel free always to give us a call. We'd love to give you more and more of the details. And in the short term, we appreciate you watching our videos, and we will see you next time at www.ellingsonmotorcars.com.